You probably never thought something as simple as washing your body could add years to your life, right? I mean, most of us have been showering for decades without giving it much thought. But what if I told you that by simply paying a little more attention to 5 very specific areas of your body and making sure they're cleaned thoroughly every single day, you could actually increase your chances of living not just longer, but better. Stronger immunity, fewer infections, better circulation, and even a sharper mind. Sounds wild? Well, stay with me, because by the time you finish this video, you might just find yourself upgrading your daily shower into a life-extending ritual. Let's start with a quick reality check. Our skin is the largest organ in the body, and it does way more than just hold everything in. It protects us from bacteria, regulates our temperature, and even helps us produce vitamin D. But here's the deal. Our skin also harbors countless bacteria, some good, some not so good. And while a little dirt never hurt anyone, the older we get, the less efficient our immune system becomes. That means bacteria that would have been harmless when we were younger can now lead to infections, inflammation, and a whole bunch of complications. That's why targeted hygiene becomes crucial as we age. So let's break down these 5 often neglected body parts and understand exactly how cleaning them properly every day can lead to a longer, healthier life. I know, it might sound funny to start here, but trust me, this one's important. Your belly button is a warm, dark, moist little crevice, basically a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. According to a study conducted by researchers at North Carolina State University, the average belly button harbors over 67 different types of bacteria, and most people don't even realize how dirty theirs is. In fact, one participant in the study was found to have a rare bacteria that's typically only found in soil from Japan, yet he'd never been to Japan. The reason this happens is that most people don't actually wash inside their belly button. They might soap around it, but not in it. And as we age, our skin folds become deeper. And if we've gained or lost weight, that area can trap even more debris, sweat, and bacteria. Over time, this can lead to yeast infections, rashes, or even unpleasant odors that linger despite regular bathing. So, what's the fix? It's super simple. Just take a warm, damp washcloth with a gentle cleanser, or use a cotton swab with a bit of rubbing alcohol once or twice a week. Be gentle. You're not scrubbing the floor here, but make sure you get in there and keep it clean. This little act can help prevent infections that could otherwise tax your immune system. And remember, less strain on your immune system equals a healthier, longer life. Another spot that's easy to forget unless someone reminds you. But here's the deal. The area behind your ears contains sebaceous glands that produce oil called sebum. This oil, mixed with sweat and dead skin, creates a sort of waxy film. Now, if it's not cleaned regularly, bacteria and fungi can feed off of that sebum and cause irritation, or worse, infections. A study published in the Journal of Dermatology reported that neglected areas like behind the ears are common sites for seborrheic dermatitis in older adults, which causes itchy, flaky, and inflamed skin. And if you wear glasses, this becomes even more important. The area where your glasses rest can trap moisture and dirt, especially during warmer months or if you sweat. That constant friction can lead to irritation or even fungal buildup. To prevent this, all it takes is one simple motion. Each time you shower, just take a moment to pull your ears forward and gently scrub the skin behind them. Use warm water and soap, rinse thoroughly, and pat dry. It may feel like a tiny detail, but when you consider how close this area is to your scalp, your sinuses, and even your lymph nodes, keeping it clean can help reduce inflammation and support your body's natural defenses. Now, this one might not surprise you, but I bet even if you think you're cleaning your nails, you're probably missing the most important part. The underside of our fingernails is like a hidden cave, perfect for bacteria, viruses, and even harmful pathogens to hide. And here's where it gets serious. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Microbiology found that people who don't clean under their nails daily can carry traces of E. coli, Staphylococcus, and even strains of fungus that can lead to infections, especially if you have small cuts or broken skin. Now, that might not have been a big deal in your 30s, but once you're past 60, your body's ability to fight off these infections isn't as sharp. Plus, if you have diabetes or circulatory issues, which are common among older adults, an infection can become a serious health risk. Think cellulitis, nail fungus, or even sepsis in rare cases. What's the solution? Simple, really. Each day, especially after gardening, cooking, or any activity involving dirt or raw food, take a soft nail brush and gently scrub underneath your nails with soap and warm water. It takes less than a minute, but the difference it makes to your hygiene and your health is huge. And remember, if you're someone who enjoys keeping nails longer or polished, it's still important to lift and clean under the free edge daily. This one little change can help prevent so many avoidable health scares. If you've ever skipped drying between your toes after a shower, you're definitely not alone. It's easy to just towel off quickly and move on, but that tiny act of negligence can lead to some big problems over time. Between our toes is one of the most neglected hygiene areas on the human body, and it's also one of the most vulnerable, especially for seniors. When moisture gets trapped between the toes and isn't cleaned or dried properly, it creates the perfect environment for fungal infections like athlete's foot. Now, athlete's foot might sound like a young person's issue, but it's actually more common in older adults because of reduced circulation, a weakened immune response, and the tendency to wear shoes or slippers for longer hours without breathable socks. The skin between the toes can become soft, cracked, and itchy, and from there, bacteria can enter and cause infections. According to podiatrists, these infections can spread fast and be difficult to treat in seniors, sometimes even leading to ulcers or cellulitis, especially in those with diabetes. So, what can you do? Each day during your shower, make sure to gently scrub between your toes with warm water and soap, then dry thoroughly using a clean towel. Don't skip the drying part. It's just as important. If your feet sweat a lot, consider sprinkling some antifungal powder between the toes, or wear moisture-wicking socks. And remember, healthy feet mean better balance, more mobility, and less risk of falls. That's a big deal when we're talking about living longer, stronger, and more independently. You might think washing your hair takes care of your scalp, but that's not always the case, especially as we age. The scalp is skin, just like anywhere else, and it needs proper cleaning to stay healthy. In older adults, the production of natural oils in the scalp can either increase or decrease significantly, depending on your genetics and overall health. Some people develop drier scalps that flake and itch, while others produce excess sebum that clogs hair follicles. Either way, poor scalp hygiene can lead to conditions like folliculitis, seborrheic dermatitis, or even scalp infections that spread to the rest of your body. And here's a really interesting point. There's emerging evidence from research done in Japan and Germany suggesting that poor scalp health may have indirect links to cognitive decline, possibly due to inflammation or reduced blood flow. While this connection is still being studied, what's clear is that a healthy scalp supports better circulation, and better circulation supports brain health. So, how should you care for your scalp? First, make sure you're using a gentle pH-balanced shampoo and taking the time to massage your scalp with your fingertips. Don't rush it. The massage alone helps increase blood flow, which is great for both your scalp and your mood. Wash your scalp thoroughly at least every other day if you sweat or use hair products, or twice a week if your skin tends to be dry. And don't forget to rinse well. Product buildup can lead to irritation and clogged pores. Taking these extra few minutes in the shower can help you maintain a clean, healthy scalp, which in turn supports your nervous system and your overall vitality. So now that we've gone through these 5 often overlooked body parts, your belly button, behind the ears, under the fingernails, between the toes, and your scalp, you might be wondering, how does this all really connect to living longer? I mean, sure, cleanliness is important, but can it really make that big of a difference? The answer is yes, and here's why. As we age, our immune system becomes less responsive. What used to be a minor irritation in your 30s could turn into a serious infection in your 60s or 70s. Even something as small as a fungal rash between the toes, if left untreated, can become a bacterial infection that spreads quickly and impacts your mobility. Infections in the nail bed can affect your ability to use your hands, and scalp inflammation can contribute to stress and even impact sleep. All of these seemingly small health disruptions add up. They put extra pressure on your immune system, increase inflammation in the body, and can quietly chip away at your quality of life. But when you're mindful about hygiene, especially in these specific areas, you're not just cleaning your skin. You're reducing the risk of those chronic low-grade infections, minimizing systemic inflammation, and preserving your independence, all of which are deeply connected to longevity. I just want to say something that comes straight from the heart. You've made it this far in life. You've weathered storms, carried others when they couldn't carry themselves, and pushed forward even when things got heavy. That alone is beautiful. And now, you're here, listening, learning, still growing. That says something powerful about the kind of person you are. You still care. You still want to be strong. You still want to thrive, not just survive. And that's why these little things, like washing the forgotten corners of your body, matter so much more than they seem to on the surface. Because every act of care, no matter how small, adds up. Every time you gently scrub behind your ears or take a moment to clean your nails, you are choosing life. You are saying, my health is still worth something. I'm still worth something. And the truth is, you absolutely are. You deserve to feel strong in your body, sharp in your mind, and grounded in the everyday rituals that bring you peace. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be consistent. This video isn't just about hygiene tips. It's about reminding you that the path to longevity isn't paved with magic pills or extreme routines. It's built through simple, thoughtful actions repeated every day with love and attention. That's how you live 10 more years, and not just live them, but enjoy them. Years where you're walking confidently, laughing freely, waking up without discomfort, and feeling proud of how you take care of yourself. So, here's what I want you to do. Pick one of the 5 areas we talked about today. Just one, and start there. Build the habit. Let it become second nature, and then add the next. And if you already do all 5, celebrate that. Because you're doing something truly powerful for your health. Even if no one else sees it but you, you're showing up for yourself. And that, my friend, is what aging with grace really looks like. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Was there one area we mentioned today that surprised you? Maybe something you've never thought about before? Or do you have your own special hygiene rituals that help you feel your best? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them, and honestly, they make my day. We're building a community here, and your voice is a big part of that. And if you found this video helpful, or if it made you look at your daily routine a little differently, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. It helps more than you know. And if you think someone you love could use a little reminder to care for themselves more deeply, send this video their way. Sometimes all it takes is a gentle nudge to change someone's life for the better. Until next time, take care of yourself, fully, gently, and with love. You deserve it.